Early nominating contests build momentum for 2024 contenders seeking the White House. C-SPAN is the place for political campaign enthusiasts, with unfiltered coverage surrounding the early primaries and caucuses, as well as speeches from key battleground states. Whether you're interested in your state's race or want to follow all of the political events, you can get immediate access to what the candidates are saying, plus nominating results in real time with the free mobile app, C-SPAN Now, or watch live on the C-SPAN networks.
Here we go.
Here now with all of today's cruise and travel news and a bit of commentary. It's the guru of the seas himself, Tom Drake.
It is indeed himself. If he can get his mouth working, it is indeed himself well, this is the podcast for Tuesday, January 23rd. I am not going to tell you when I'm recording it. You can tell by the sound of my voice. It's probably when I'm not wide awake, but a busy day. A busy day yesterday. We're on our way to Honolulu now. I guess that's the crown jewel of the whole Hawaiian Islands. And yesterday we were in Nawawili. Nawawili? No, Willie? I don't know. I don't want to live in a place where. Never mind. I guess which is part of the Oahu Island, I suppose. And one of the least friendliest places I've been in a long time. I'm talking about the security people that have to check you out and check you in. Not our own people. They're amazing. We had 11 people to check our ship in and out yesterday. First of all, we were docked in a commercial pier where all the guests had to walk to another section. They didn't have a little bus, a jitney, zero help. I could not be less friendly. And I'm going to make a statement that people, by the way, welcome to the podcast. If I am the podcaster and you're the podcastee, and I'm in a bad mood. And this is the official mascot of this Bad Mood Tuesday. That's the Drake. I will say this, my own opinion. If you're not born in Hawaii, they don't like you. I felt it. I mean, they just, no. I mean, I asked questions in the supermarket. They couldn't be bothered. And 11 security people, maritime extortion. The cruise line had to pay for all of these people sitting on their ass. I mean, there were 5 security people at our gangway, all sitting on their ass, one taking turns checking our ID. I mean, embarrassing. I've been all over the world, I don't know how many times. And say what you want about France. France can't even keep up with Hawaii. It's not being very friendly, not very welcoming. The infrastructure sucked at this place in Nawawili. There is no terminal. There's a warehouse. We didn't even use the warehouse. We just got dumped into a parking lot. Stick it. Anyway. And on top of that, you couldn't get a cab. You couldn't get an Uber. All they said was, keep moving. Welcome to Hawaii. Keep moving. Because we're trying to find a cab. We had to go to the store. Don't even get me started. I love this company. Let's stay on brand. But suddenly they realized they didn't have decorations for South Pacific. So well, the boss, the cruise director, gets given that job, and Schmuck has to find a way to get us there. So we're trying to get a cab and Uber. So finally we're walking because they said, keep moving. Welcome to Hawaii. Keep moving. Oh, so economy rental car. Wasn't that far away. So I was able to rent a wonderful Ford Expedition with 97,000 miles on it. It dented up and dirty, but I got a good deal on it. So I loaded Dottie and Keenan, our assistant cruise director, into our SUV, and we went shopping. Went to Walmart, went to Safeway, went to another supermarket. We were looking for Borson cheese. My wife and I we like to have special food in the room, you know. I mean, I'm on a 5-star cruise line with everything you want. We still go to the store. I spent $75 at Walmart just buying stuff, just snacks to put on the shelf. So we couldn't find Borson at Walmart. No shock there. You're lucky you find shelves. So we find a Safeway. It's upscale Safeway. I stay in the car. Wife goes in to get Borson. She get 3 of them. Different size. They're in a tub. Looks nice. Doesn't pay attention to the price. Why should? So she checks out $14 a piece. $14 for cheese. We have $42 worth of Borson cheese in our fridge on a ship where the food is 5-star. Anyway, we got it all done. Had to gas up the car. $5.25 a gallon here in Hawaii, or there in Hawaii. We're at sea right now. $6.99 if you want the high test. All in all, not a very impressive port of call. I said it yesterday. It's water. Get over yourself. I don't know. Give me, when they rebuild it, give me Sanibel Island. Give me Longboat Key. Hello. Give me Clearwater Beach. Enough already with Hawaii. That's just me. Other people swear by it. We'll see. Prayers for our military. By the way, welcome to the podcast. I'm not always this aggravated, but I'm aggravated. I just don't. All of these places have very good photographers. They take wonderful pictures. Oh, look. We're going to go to the South Pacific the same way. Oh, look. We're going to go to Bora Bora, where you pay $1,000 a night for a hotel room on stilts, and it has a glass bottom. In your room has a glass bottom, so you can look down and see your fish with your room number on it, and $1,000 a day. I'm a Florida guy. Thank you very much so. Prayers for our military. I say it every day. It's very important. The men and the women and whatever they say they are in the military, because it's a very woke military we have now. Well, actually, some of it's woke and some of it's asleep, but let's not go there. We don't do politics. We do cruise and travel industry. I just gave you my opinion of Nawa Willie, and the fact that just not friendly here. Anyway, Crystal Cruise Line said it's worked, by the way. I'll be on the Crystal Serenity as part of the World Cruise Entertainment there March 1st to March 9th, if you have a time to meet me in Fiji. They're working out alternatives to two Red Sea transits. They have to go through the Red Sea, and they can't go. Everybody here is waiting for Oceania to decide what to do. They have time before this ship is supposed to go through the Suez and the Red Sea. But I don't know what's going on. Our Secretary of State, he's going to Africa. That works out. Yeah, go ahead down. I hope your plane stays in one piece. I'll tell you one thing. After his episode in Davos, Switzerland, I don't think I'm taking that Boeing down to Africa. I think I'm staying home for a while. Can't we do Zoom? Can't we do Zoom with the people down there? Anyway, Crystal said they're working on it, and once a final decision is made, we will immediately notify all guests who may be impacted. Of course, I would hope so. I mean, once you make the final decision, I wouldn't wait a month. I'd say, okay, we made the decision, let people know. And the guest and crew can rest assured that any necessary adjustments will be handled thoughtfully. Look, I'm going to work for them. I think it's a fabulous product. I think Oceania has a fabulous product. I think most cruise lines have a fabulous product, but I think most of the people in the office, I'm not going there. Stay on brand.
You're an idiot.
Anyway, it's crazy stuff going on. I just saw a picture of a tanker, actually, not a freighter, a tanker that was hit by an anti-ship missile by the Houthis, no blowfish, the IBWJs, the Iranian-backed whack jobs, right through the hull. Now, luckily, they have they're not fire screen doors down there. Watertight doors. They shut the watertight doors, and so the water will only be in one section, and they were able to get it into dry dock. But it's taken out of service now to be repaired. A lot of lost revenue. MSC's had to cancel 3 repositions. Maersk, all the shipping companies upside down. And our guy is in Africa, and our president's in Delaware, and I don't know where the vice president is. I don't know. Wash your hands. I tell you every day, people. I have to tell you I don't know why I have to educate people. Wash your hands, wash them off. Got one. If you're new to the podcast, I look every day for a COVID or norovirus outbreak. I search for that. We got one. Crew members on board the Carnival Cruise Line Elation have implemented enhanced cleaning procedures. And let me tell you, children, you don't want to be on a ship when they go into enhanced cleaning procedures. It's like a floating dishwasher. Every wall is wet. Everything is sanitized. It's all this extra work because you don't practice good hygiene. Wash your hands and wash them often. So they had an outbreak on the Elation. They didn't say how many, but I do know for a fact if more than 2 people, 2% of the passengers or crew have elevated reports of vomiting, because that's what happens. You elevate it. There it goes, soup. They have to report it to the paper hat people at the CDC, so they had more than 2%. I did get a mailbag question. Sometimes people send me links. Sometimes people need commentary questions answered. It has to do with football on Oceania. Am I seeing the playoff games? Yes, I am. This time of the year, Oceania pays for the rights for the playoff games and the Super Bowl. During the season, we do not have any football. We have a satellite coverage called Sport 24. Cricket, and cricket. But we do have football. Now, if you're on the O ships, Marina Vista or Riviera, they do get Sunday night and Monday night football. They have an ESPN sports package, and that has to do with the fact there are more people on the larger ships, and the price of the package is the same no matter how many guests you have. So we have a limited amount of guests here, so they don't sign up for it. But we do have a lot of sushi. Whenever somebody says to me, I can't believe I'm not going to see this on TV, have more sushi. If you're really going on a cruise during the prime sports time, shame on you. Now, it happens from time to time. People book a cruise a year in advance, and lo and behold, and other members of the legal department, your team gets in the playoffs. And you're looking at the wife going, do we have travel insurance that covers this? Can we get our money back? Because I'm staying home to watch the Bills, and I want to be in my house. I want a tailgate party, whatever. But we do have football here. Wash your hands, wash your bottle. Very important to wash your bottle because you could get bacteria in your bottle, and then before you know it, you have trouble with now with Willie. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday. I had two people to choose from today. It was a tough choice. One would have been upbeat, Anita Pointer from the Pointer Sisters. They had all those big hits back in the 70s. And then one of Broadway's iconic stars. Happy birthday, Cheetah Rivera.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the
Everybody get up now. Do a little jazz.
And all that jazz, I'm gonna bruise my knees and roll my stockings.
That's me standing up.
And all that jazz, start the car. I know a whoopee spot.
You go, girl.
The tin is cold, but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall.
A bit of all that jazz on a Tuesday.
And all of that jazz.
Thank you, Cheetah. That I robbed that clip. That's from a 10th anniversary of the revival of Chicago. And when she recorded that, she had to be 80 years old. And the piano sounded like it was 80 years old, too. How about a little Boeing? Come on. Little Boeing story. Little loud there, producer. Weeks after a mid-cabin door plug fell off during the ascent of Alaska Airlines Boeing 737 MAX 9, the FAA has decided not just the 737 MAX 9 has to be anally probed, but the 737-900 extended range, they want the door there. They happen to have a door plug there, and they want to visually inspect it to make sure all the bolts are there. Poor Boeing. Did get a story from the number one stringer, too. This was in England on the way to the United States. This one, I don't know that it was a Boeing. I think it was Boeing. All the bolts in the wing were missing. Somebody looked out the window and said, aren't you supposed to look at the holes there? Is that kind of some kind of British ventilation system? What is that? Is that where the hot air goes from all the cup of tea? Turned out the bolts were there. So initially they tried to tighten them, and they realized, you know what? We better pretend we care. So they ended up taking the people off the plane and taking it out of service so they could put the bolts back in. Somebody forgot to put the bolt. Wow. I emailed my friend and said, I'm swimming home from Auckland. I'm afraid. Here's part of the problem, and this was in Bloomberg. Bloomberg, I go on the business sites from time to time, Bloomberg. It has to do with the fact that the shareholder, the pressure to deliver profits, Boeing, so much pressure to deliver profits to the shareholders. I did not realize that this Spirit Aero system or this Spirit Aero company that's in Kansas, that was actually a Boeing operation, and they spun it off. They spun it off so they could then buy the parts from Spirit, even though they used to own Spirit, so they could crush the cost, get a better cost. Basically, they wanted to have cheaper labor and cheaper parts, but they didn't want it under the Boeing name. So they created another company to have cheap labor and cheap parts, and look what you get. You get doors that fly off. You get bolts that aren't not on the, well, that's the rudder. That's another deal. But the fuselage, I'm stunned to know this. The actual plane isn't built in Seattle by Boeing. It's built in Kansas by this Spirit company. And it's all about shareholder profit. It's all about dividends. It's not about safety. And it's a problem. According to Bloomberg investigative reporter Peter Robinson, he said on the podcast, Airbus doesn't have this problem. Airbus has more of a long-range investor outlook. Their safety first, shareholder profit second. And it's paying off for them because the whole world is buying Airbus now. I mean, I wouldn't want to be a Boeing salesman at the moment. Being a Boeing salesman at the moment it was like campaign manager for Ron DeSantis. Hey, you know what I mean? And I love the guy. I love our governor. Well, overnight is nothing new. It's nice. It's nothing new, but it's all part of this new immersive culture. Asimar, actually, a guy named Larry Pimentel kind of came up with this concept of staying longer in port and staying overnight so you can explore the port of call and have more time. In the past, it was like hit or run. You'd have a 8-hour taste of this port of call. Now, Regent Seven Seas has announced their immersive overnights. They're staying overnight. Look, it's a fabulous product. So's Oceana. I love the brand. I'm on brand. But, come on. Immersive overnight. You're staying overnight. We're overnight in Bora Bora coming up. I don't know if we're going to be immersed, but we're going to be overnight. But they're making a big deal out of it. They got their name in the paper. They got a press release. And they have voyages now where they're going to have longer stays. They have a whole collection, because you must have a collection. You can't just have a bunch of overnights. They have to be a collection. So they're the immersive overnight collection. And it features an overnight stay in every single port of call. Every single port of call will change the way luxury travelers cruise. It's been going on for years. I applaud them. You have to come up with something. So you polish it up, lipstick on a pig, whatever you want. But if you're interested and you sail Regent Seven Seas, they are offering all kinds of overnights, including one cruise, the 10-night Flair, Flavor, and Culture. It sails from Monte Carlo to Monaco to Athens, and you're overnight in Salerno, Italy, and in Kusadasi. And so you can go to Ephesus and stay till dark, I guess. And Salerno, I don't know that I've been to Salerno, Italy, but you never know. They also have a 10-night enchantment in Northern Europe from Copenhagen to Stockholm. Overnights in Berlin, but you're not in Berlin. Understand that. Okay, you're not docking in Berlin. You're in Warnemünde, and you're going to take a train to Berlin. Also Helsinki and Stockholm, beautiful cities. Not everybody, people ask me, favorites, the Baltics. Every day of the week in the summer, nothing better, nothing prettier than Helsinki, Copenhagen, Stockholm. A lot of times if we're there on the weekend, there's always big bands in the amphitheater, the farmer's market. It's just a great quality. The Baltics, those countries have a great, great quality of life. So anyway, Regent Seven Seas, they're into the immersion situation, and there you go. Hey, that's the Spirit. I write these headlines. Spirit and JetBlue on Friday jointly filed a notice of appeal for the January 16th court decision denying the merger of the two carriers. You know this story, this bonehead judge. Look, I don't see how one judge can make this momentous business decision and basically block the merger because he didn't feel it would be good for the consumer. And he actually used the story of a girl from Puerto Rico who was going to college in Boston, and she would not be able to get home during her break because if they merged, they would raise the price and it wouldn't be affordable. And really? Could you get more left-wing socialists? Come on. It's a business. And they're trying to stay alive. So now you know the story. After he blocked it, then the rumor started that Spirit would end up being liquidated. Now they're saying that's not really true. But now JetBlue wants to get bigger. Spirit wants to get bigger. They want to get together and get bigger so they can compete with American, United, and even Southwest and Delta. You know, those are the monsters, and these guys are minsters. So they want the minster to become a monster. So now they're going to go ahead and take, and I would appeal it. Who's this guy? I mean, he's a lawyer. Is he a business guy? No. It should be a panel of people that understand the whole deal anyway. Not one guy that got appointed from the U.S. Court of Appeals. They're now appealing the U.S. Court of Appeals for the First Circuit. It's certainly a pleasure. And that's in the north. It's New England, so the chances are it'll get shot down anyway because traditionally those are not business-related people. Those are socialists. They are. They really are. They think everybody should. Never mind. Another hotel brand. Do we need another hotel brand? Wyndham and a company called SBE. It's a lifestyle hospitality group. Have announced they're going to launch a new hotel brand. Another one. How many do they have at Wyndham? 199. And it'll be a smart lifestyle concept, which is very important. Because you don't want a stupid lifestyle. I mean, I like my lifestyle. I think I have a very smart lifestyle. I don't want to be known as the guy with a dumb lifestyle. The name of the brand has yet to be unveiled. Now, why would you do this? Why would you put out a press release announcing you're going to start a hotel brand, but we don't know the name of it yet? Wouldn't you want to wait until you have the name? Put it all together at the same time? I'm just a guru. What the hell do I know? But just doesn't make any sense. But according to this article, the new hotel brand, which is called Project HQ right now, it will cater primarily to savvy millennial and Gen Z guests.
The hell does that mean?
That means whatever the hell you want it to mean.
Savvy millennial and Gen Z guests offering a more approachable experience for consumers who have traditionally been priced out of the lifestyle hotel category. That's worth another try.
The hell does that mean?
That means whatever the hell you want it to mean.
And they're partnering with Mark Anthony. Mark Anthony, the singer, the Hispanic Latin guy, because they want that Latin market. Good for them. I mean, I have no comment one way or the other. They're going for a niche. But I don't even know what it is. This company they used to have boutique hotels, upscale things like Delano and Mondrian, and they dumped all that stuff in 2020. And now they're getting back into it, and they say that their culinary concepts will be spearheaded by celebrity and up-and-coming chefs, and the med spa offering will be known as the SB Wellness Clinic. I just want to stay overnight somewhere. That's all I want to do. Right now, the guru is deeply involved in planning. In May, I will be joining the Celebrity Symphony, thank you very much, in Barcelona. And I'll be leaving there in Lisbon, and I will have the wife with me because when we leave in Lisbon, we will be going on to the Oceana Serena, and we're supposed to join that in Portofino, but I am trying to get that changed to Livorno because it makes no sense to join a ship when you're tendering. We have 4 suitcases, 2 carry-ons, a backpack bottle, and we might not make it. Sometimes it's too rough to go into Portofino, so we're trying to adjust it. But we have a couple of days, maybe 3 days in Europe. Never been to Lake Como. I'm looking at Lake Como right now. There are, 700 hotels in Lake Como, none of which are really brands. There's a Hilton in Lake Como, but they're all individual, and they're nuts. I mean, some places are $2,000 a night. Comes with a pillow and a mattress. But, I mean, some of these hotels for $700 a night, they're old-looking rooms. They're not like the new Project HQ when they get it done. There's so many hotel choices. And in the United States, it's nuts now. You're in any town and you look near the airport, and there's like 30 different brands I've never heard of before. Whatever happened to Howard Johnson's with the vibrating bed? Those were the days. Anyway, they're going to build this thing, Project HQ, and eventually they will give you the name of it. The brand will join culinary and nightlife arm Disruptive Restaurant Group and digital food company C3. Okay. So all these hip people are going to put together, and they're going to have small beds. They'll be low to the ground. They won't be for us old altar cockers. They're going to be like 1 foot off the ground, a platform bed, and they're going to serve food in the dining room that's like an ounce and a half or some vegan crap. You know, ouch, ouch. I should have an ouch sound effect. I've been asking for a while about Starlink. Everybody's putting Starlink on, and Starlink is not cheap. And how much is it going to cost for Starlink? And finally, I'm getting some numbers. And Princess, because of the fact they are putting a Starlink on all of their ships, have raised the cost of the internet per day, in some cases, by 65%. Right now, on board here, internet is complimentary. So is the speed. Stay on brand, moron. Stay on brand. If you want to stream, as I do, it's an extra $9.95 a day. If you want to have the streaming package, which allows me most times, well, as an example, we were in Hawaii, and I have YouTube TV. So I was watching pregame, football pregame, things like that on my laptop. We had the games on the regular TV here, so I watched it there. But it's nice. It's $10 a day. But regular internet is complimentary. But on Princess now, a single device Wi-Fi, if you don't have any packages going on or whatever, it's $25 a day. $25 a day. That's for Starlink, for speedy internet. Now, I've said this before, and I'll say it again because what else am I going to do? My job is to say stuff. If you're in business, if you're a lawyer with a big-time litigation going on, your wife wants to go on a cruise, or vice versa. Maybe your wife's the lawyer, and you're the schlub, stay home. And you know, she can pay the $25 a day and stay in touch as if you're home, as if you're on land. Some people don't like to pay it. They go, well, it doesn't cost me stuff it doesn't cost anything at the Hilton. No, but it's a different deal. This is satellite transmission in the middle of the ocean. So it's $25 a day. Now, if you put it with a package, like a beverage package and a nail file package, whatever, you can get it reduced down. But if you're just a schlub that wants it, it's $25 a day. Now they're doing something different here. Normally, we have a 180-day world cruise. So let's say you want the streaming package, it's $10 a day. So that's $1,800 for the streaming package. Maybe you don't want it all the time. If you happen to be one of the ATW people, you can go up to the internet cafe and tell them, can you put the streaming on for the next 2 days? I want to download some stuff. I don't want to watch some stuff. You don't have to sign up for the whole 180, which I thought was very nice. When I was at MSC, I told you that, I think. Here it's interchangeable. You can log on to your phone, then log off, log on to your laptop. Over on MSC, if you want to, once you buy the package for your phone, it's only for your phone. If you want to have your laptop, you have to buy one for the laptop. I went broke over there doing that. Nice work if you can get it. Southwest pilots have ratified a new 5-year labor contract with an immediate 29% raise. Not bad. Overall, the life of the contract, they're getting a 50% salary increase. I'll find the right words. Again, that's a lot of money. But you know what? That's a tough job. I know it's a lot. You have a lot of responsibility. But that's not going to be passed on. You know who's paying that? It's going to be passed on to the people flying on Southwest because they still have to deliver shareholder revenue, shareholder dividends, whatever you want to call it. 11,000 pilots for Southwest will get an immediate 29% pay raise, and then it'll be 50% over the life of the contract. There's also improvements to the work rules and the flying schedules, better disability coverage, increases to retirement benefits. Hey. But then I just saw an article minutes ago, someone projecting that airfare is going down. The price of flying is going to go down. Don't know why I didn't read the article. It'll be in tomorrow's podcast. Little tease for tomorrow. But if you work for Southwest, good for you. I think the flight attendants already have a contract. The American Airlines flight attendants are still asking for permission to go on strike, and that hasn't been granted yet. So. All right, that's the news of the day. Do I have anything worthwhile that we covered? Not really.
Well, here's a quarter of someone who cares.
But now you know more
Get him the hell out of here, will you, please?
about the cruise and travel industry than you did before this started. Bit of a recap. We could recap. We have a minute to go. We're staying under 30, Kathy. Once again, another cruise line changing adjusting their plans because of the IBWJs, the Iranian-backed whack jobs. Outbreak on Carnival elation. Norovirus. Wash your hands. Wash them often. Wash your bottle. Happy birthday if your birthday today, you and Cheetah Rivera. The FAA now has decided the 737-900ER, they have a door plug too, and they want them check the plug of the door. That has to do with saving money, but at the cost of safety. Regent Seven Seas is going to be overnight now. It's very popular in the business. Overnight is good. JetBlue and Spirit, they're going back to court to block that order. That judge, a bonehead. Another hotel brand from Wyndham, not really getting excited about that. Starlink's going to cost you money. I wish we had Starlink here. I'd be happy to pay for it. Our internet here is adequate. I'm on brand, baby. It's adequate. It's also free. You get what you pay for, children. Wow, hump day tomorrow. Honolulu, another shopping day. I heard we're going to Chinatown to look for something. The wife has me shopping during my vacation. Another show coming up for me, but not until the 28th. I start talking about comedy to my 12 students to learn stand-up comedy during this extravaganza. Lots going on. The Drake Podcast at gmail.com. Thanks for listening. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares and all that good stuff. Talk to you tomorrow. Shut up.